News, a service of Barong Insurance. Bids approved for a remodel project in Weatherford. That's our big story for 7:30. The Weatherford City Commission has approved more than $200,000 in bids for remodel of the Weatherford Regional Training Facility on Airport Road, says Emergency Management Director Mike Carlin.
This will be expanding the EOC a little bit in the training facility. This will be redoing some break areas and as well as totally reconstructing the bathrooms, adding showers in the facility.
Additionally, at last night's commission meeting, Mayor Mike Brown was recognized for 30 years of service with the city of Weatherford. Weatherford Regional Hospital to receive funding for a project. Here's Kyra Huckabee.
Weatherford Regional Hospital has been approved for grant funding from the Tobacco Settlement Endowment Trust for a project to promote health and wellness at the facility. Chief Executive Officer Darren Farrell shares more about the project.
The project will be in front of the hospital, and it will include a walking trail with good visibility, flat ground with some park benches, resting places around the walking trail so people can exercise in a safe environment, and then some outdoor seating areas that would be great for the hospital and visitors and patients that can ambulate. Employees, co-workers here at the hospital would have a place to go out and sit outside in a nice area. So it'll be beautification and promoting health and wellness.
Farrell says the hospital has been approved for $29,000 in grant funding for the planning portion of the project, which is expected to be dispersed in July. He says a separate grant process is required for the construction portion of the project. I'm Kyra Huckabee for Wright Radio News.
A Western Oklahoma native and senior vice president at Bank of Western Oklahoma has been named chair of the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents. Lake Carpenter says he looks forward to elevating the work of Russo's 6 institutions and highlighting their critical role in preparing graduates for Oklahoma's workforce. The Regional University System of Oklahoma governs a half-dozen universities, including Southwestern Oklahoma State University in Weatherford. A Cheyenne man charged in Beckham County District Court with buying, possessing, or procuring child sexual abuse material will be back in court June 3rd. That's the formal arraignment date for 34-year-old Trinity Kane Simpson, who allegedly had a total of 13 sexually explicit photos of a 17-year-old female, which were stored and saved within Simpson's Snapchat account. More news coming up next.
Here's Jeff Barong.
We try to show our clients integrity, honesty, and compassion when we're working with them. You can get insurance all sorts of places. The most important thing for us, and it's knowing that you're getting not only really good service, but you're also getting the insurance know-how to make sure you're getting covered as best as the market is going to allow you to be covered.
For all types of insurance, it's Barong Insurance, the agency service-built Barong Insurance.
The Oklahoma Historical Society says Southwestern Oklahoma State University Foundation has been awarded nearly $25,000 through the Oklahoma Heritage Preservation Grant Program. The grant will fund the digitization of 130 7-inch film reels of SWOSU athletic competitions from the 1960s to the present, preserving them with archival materials and making them freely accessible online via the SWOSU Digital Commons. Former students, co-workers, and friends are invited to a celebration today for retiring Western Technology Superintendent Kathy Corning. The come and go reception will be held at the WTC Burns Flat Cafeteria from 10 until noon. Corning has been with Western Technology Center for the past 48 years and the last 6 as superintendent. Here is state news.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. Jurors spent around 2 hours behind closed doors before returning guilty verdicts against Brent Swadley in a fraud trial involving millions of stolen tax dollars. Swadley was found guilty of filing false claims with the state for development of the failed Foggy Bottom restaurants at several state parks. Sentencing is scheduled for July 16th. Struggling child care facilities may find relief under a bill signed by Governor Stitt. State Capitol correspondent Trey Davis has more.
DHS is working to implement a child care facility bill that goes into effect July 1st. The measure directs DHS to create manageable master-teacher ratios for child care facilities while limiting the amount charged to low-income Oklahomans to no more than 10% of the family's total income. The federal government must approve the proposal for this optional differential fee.
From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
News at 7:30, a service of Barong Insurance. Up next, we'll look at local funeral services after this word from Lee Hometown Funeral Home.
Most people don't even know where to begin when planning a funeral. Who wants to think about that anyway? So we put it off and often leave the burden on someone else. Or if the unexpected happens to a loved one, funeral arrangements are the last thing we want to think about. At Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton, they will help you make funeral arrangements with compassion and understanding. Brandon Lee, the owner of Lee Hometown Funeral Home, understands the difference that locally owned and operated makes. Please visit Lee Hometown Funeral Home today at 1217 West Gary in Clinton.
Funeral services for 84-year-old Loretta Faye Chenault will be held Saturday at 10 o'clock at First Baptist Church in Clinton. Services under the direction of Lee Hometown Funeral Home. Today's funeral notices a service of Brandon Lee at Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton.